back to my channel. Welcome to a never been done before video, which is a mid-month money check-in. As you guys probably know, every single month I sit down and chat with you for sometimes up to like 45 minutes about money, about my month, and about my monthly money and my budget. I've recently adopted the cash envelopes method, which has been going amazing. However, it does require a little bit more work than my previous method, which was no method at all. Last month, I didn't put enough effort into my cash envelopes and I felt my budget slipping. I felt myself reaching a little bit more for my credit card, not reconciling enough. And the cash envelopes method is amazing, but it does require a little bit more manual work and a lot more thought. It's a very thoughtful method, which is why I think it works. However, you need to put in the time. So last night I ran out to the grocery store. I brought my cash with me. I forgot to reconcile it later, which means write it down. And I had this idea today to sit down and just do a mid-month check in on everything, update all of my balances, and check in on my budget and see how I'm doing. And as I like to do, I decided to film it. So that's how this video was born. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope that it can be maybe just entertaining, but also maybe serve as a little reminder for you guys to check in on your finances. We're at the midpoint of the month. See how you're doing. It doesn't have to be a scary thing, and just to keep yourself on track and stay motivated with your budget, with your financial moves, whatever it is you're currently doing. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh my God, wow, it's never ending. Whew. Today is Friday, December 16th, and it is you're kidding me. I gotta go check this out. Today is Friday, December 16th, and it is an absolute total snow day here in Montreal. There is just snow all over the place. It is so cozy. I am loving it, but those sounds you may have just heard, and that definitely just drove me a little bit insane, were the tractors and the snow blowers and whatever the heck you call them, snow plows. So they are out and about. The streets are covered with snow. The trees are covered with snow. It is Narnia. It is a winter wonderland. I love it, which has created the perfect ambiance for me, the perfect cozy vibe for me to sit down and do this budgeting. Now, really quick, if you are new to my channel, if this is the first video of mine that you are seeing, welcome. My name is Zoe. I'm 26. I live in Montreal, and I love talking openly and candidly and honestly about money. This is a no judgment space. We are just here to encourage each other, hold each other accountable, and learn with each other along the way. I am not perfect. I've been making money videos for over a year now, and it's only until the month of October that I actually got myself a concrete budget. Even then, I still overspend. I still mess things up, but that's life. My goal with these videos is to just be your friend along the way and be someone you can talk about money with without any guilt or shame or anything like that. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you're new, make sure you're subscribed, and let's jump right in. This is kind of what we're working with. I've not updated my envelopes in a couple days. So this was an envelope I was just carrying around. Transportation, they gave me a bunch of change in toonies. This is my keep at home binder. So we've got some stuff in there. I also keep my list and everything, my sort of general budget list in here. And this is my carry with me envelope. So, oh yeah, this was a note I left for myself. Because I had some lower income last month and I was still waiting on some payments, I gave myself a little loan from my line of credit. So I took the money to pay myself in my cash envelopes, plus to pay off my Amex. And most of this has already been repaid. So the ones I was carrying around with me were business expenses, dining out, my savings, and my grocery one is somewhere. That means it's not in here, but I have to update my little pages. But anyways, on a day-to-day, that's kind of how these look and work. So this is kind of what we're working with. I just showed you guys the current state of my cash envelopes. I've also got, well, this is just kind of for show. But I've got my journal, which I did not update last month because I waited too long. I didn't do it, throughout the month. I waited too long to do it and it became overwhelming. I didn't touch it. So that's why I think the ideal would be to do a weekly budget check-in. But at this point, a mid-month is what we're gonna go for, and it's gonna be way less overwhelming than waiting until the end of the month. Before we dive in and talk about numbers, I wanna talk really quick about how I've been feeling about money so far, as is the tradition in my main monthly money videos. We'll keep it short and sweet. So far, I've been feeling really, really good about money. I kind of failed with the cash envelopes last month, but you know, it was okay. I kind of failed though, and I learned my lesson. So I've been carrying my cash envelopes with me everywhere, using the white binder, just carrying them around with me. So much more empowering. I've been reaching for my credit card way, way less. I actually don't think I've had an incident of being out and not having the correct cash envelope on hand. So that's really big, a huge improvement. I just find this method so empowering. I can't say enough good things about it. The only downside, I guess, is that you do have to sit down and do this manual work. But for someone like me who is very anxious when it comes to money, and my anxious tendencies cause me to avoid certain things, so like whatever's making me anxious, I will avoid it. When you have to do this manual work, it really causes you to get your head in your budget and not be so avoidant, because when you're avoiding and you're just tapping your credit card, that's when overspending can come into play, and it creates this vicious cycle of anxiety. So this has been the method for me. If you've not yet checked it out, I highly, highly recommend it. I'll have all of the tools that I use linked down below so you can purchase them. I think it's nice to have this kind of, you know, gorgeous set, but of course you can also just do it with like a blank envelope as well. You just need to go to the bank and get out cash. The beauty of cash envelopes is that you are spending money that is yours, right? It's already yours, and you've divided it up into these little piles. So instead of just using your debit card, which is money that's already yours, you've got everything organized into categories. I was never really one to use my debit card in the first place because there's just so many fees that come with it. So I was always using my credit card, overspending. That was the cycle. You guys can check out my whole personal finance playlist if you want to know my history. Most of you probably already know it by now. The snow plows. The snow plows are ruining my peaceful setup. Unbelievable. It's literally a John Deere tractor. The last thing I will say, if you are someone who is anxious like me, I say this in every single video, make budgeting fun. Do little things to make it cozy. I often light a candle. Today I didn't, but I'll make like a tea, I'll make a coffee, I'll make it a whole experience so that it's fun. It's something I look forward to. It's soothing. You can listen to music in the background. You can play a podcast, play a YouTube video. Hey, here's a YouTube channel for you. Anyways, I just like to make it a positive experience. So with all of that being said, let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing I wanna do is take out my sort of master list, which is this right here, which tells me the totals for all of my categories. So I'm just gonna put that to the side. These 20s that I took out for aesthetic purposes belong in this groceries envelope. Also gonna put the journal to the side. So we're only gonna be working with the cash envelopes to start. The first step that I wanna do is check the balances and check how much I've spent and get all of that updated. So what I'm gonna do is just take every single envelope out of the binder. Just kind of get organized here. Perfect. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I do when I'm out and about spending. Let's say this is my dining out category. Let's say I know that I am going out for dinner. So I either bring my whole folder with me like you saw, or I'll just grab this envelope. Go out for dinner, I pay cash, and I stick the receipt in the envelope so that at the end of the month, or whenever I sit down, hopefully actually not at the end of the month, whenever I sit down to do my reconciliation, i.e. lining everything up, I have the proofs of purchase for everything that I bought. So whenever possible, I always grab a receipt. It's so funny because I feel like most cashiers now are used to people paying credit and people not wanting a receipt, and I'm always like, can I have the receipt, please? So my starting budget for dining out was $225 for the month. I increased it quite a bit because I foresee having a lot of like Christmas dining out when I'm home for the holidays, going out with friends, grabbing a drink, whatever it may be. So I upped the budget this month. So let's count out what we have left. So 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. So $155 is what's left. Oh wait, I have some small change in here too. So with my cash envelope kit came these little papers right here, where you can write down the category name, the total, and then you have like a log where you can keep track of everything that you spent and the balance as well. The balance here says 204, so clearly I haven't updated it. So I'm gonna go through my receipts and see what did I not include. Damn, okay, Fail, major fail. I don't have a receipt. So exactly what I was talking about. Now I can't remember what I bought. It's not the end of the world though. All I'm going to do is put a question mark here and update the new balance, which is 159. Right? That's what it was. Let's double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 159. Yep. So now I can stick all of the cash back into the envelope. I will throw away those receipts that I no longer need anymore. And now I know that I have $159 to spend on dining out from now until the end of the month. That should be totally fine. So now I wanna make sure that I am updating this journal. This is a journal that I got off Amazon. It's from the brand Clever Fox, and I really, really like it. It has a full-on monthly dashboard with your monthly expense tracker. It's really, really great. I don't use it to its full potential, I wanna say. I definitely could get more in depth with this. I've just been really busy lately, and I guess just using that as an excuse to not go all in on this journal, but I'm still going to use the expense tracker for now to just keep track of everything. So I'm basically gonna copy what was on this form down into the journal. I will also add an extra line where I include the balance just so that I have it in here as well to stay up to date with. Perfect, so dining out is done. Let's move on to the next category. Groceries is a category I think we can all relate to. We all have to buy groceries. I often get comments that my grocery budget is too high, which I don't really understand. Maybe just food is really expensive in Montreal, but my grocery budget for just me is $400. $400 a month, which is about $100 a week. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. That's been my budget for the past couple of years, actually, even before this whole inflation thing. And it's just a number that works for me. If you feel like that's too high, you can figure out a number that works for you. I don't know what to say. So groceries is probably my most often used envelope. I'm always buying groceries. I'm not someone who likes to do one big grocery shop a week. I prefer to do many small ones. I find that is how I save money and also waste less food. So you guys can see I've got a ton of receipts in here. And what the heck, I've only got $5 left. First things first, let's take a look at this sheet. I've been doing pretty good at keeping this sheet up to date. So I've only got $5 left, but I believe the only thing that I'm not up to date with in my groceries is the groceries that I bought last night, which cost me $43.29. So I'm gonna inscribe that here. Is inscribe a word? I don't think so. I think that was like a weird French thing that my brain just did. Okay, I just took another look at this and I'm definitely missing something because the last entry was on the 4th of December. And like I said, we're the 15th now. So I'm just gonna look through my receipts and see if I missed anything. This was from the 4th, also from the 4th. Aha, this was from the 13th. So I was missing something. That's why it's always important to save your receipts. So I had another bill for $31.75. This was on the 2nd, so I have it. And this I have as well. Great. So what's with this $5 left? My budget was $400 and what I'm supposed to have left is $184.96. So where is that money? Now, you guys being the geniuses that you are, gave me this incredible idea, which is to cut my grocery budget in half and only carry half of it around with me. This was so good because it helped me save more at the grocery store, because when you look in your envelope and you've got this like fat stack of $20 bills, you're like, I'm rich, I can buy whatever I want in this store. But when you have less than that, you've got to be a little more conscientious and make, tighter decisions. And I have a story time to prove exactly how that worked. So yesterday I went to the grocery store. I had $45 left in my envelope and I got to the cash. I had all of my stuff. It was a little bit of fruit and stuff to make dinner last night. And it came to $49. It was dinner for myself and for my boyfriend. And yes, it came to $49. So I only had 45 in my envelope. I could have paid the difference on credit. I could have paid all of it on credit. I could have done whatever, but I looked at my little grocery haul. I looked at the cashier and I was like, I only have $45. I'm gonna take some stuff out. So I took out like blueberries, which are good, but I didn't necessarily need. I took out tomatoes, which I already had at home. I was just buying more. So I took out things that I didn't like need, got my bill down, paid for it in cash, we're good. I feel like sometimes it can feel embarrassing in a way. I don't know why, but there's like this kind of stigma of like, oh no, I have to take something out or I don't have enough to pay for it. Like, no one cares. The cashier is not judging you. I feel like I have this like flashback from the movie Harriet the Spy, where Harriet goes to the grocery store and she sees her friend, and her friend like didn't have enough money to pay for his groceries and she had to like hand him $1. Does anyone remember that? But if you need to take stuff out because you don't necessarily need it and it doesn't fit in your budget, there's just no shame in that. So let's count out this cash and see if it lines up with the amount of money that we're supposed to have left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 4, 60, 80, $85. That's like right on the money. So now I'm going to update my journal. So now my journal is updated for groceries as well. And we have all of these other envelopes to do. So I'm gonna turn off the camera, play some music, and I will be back when this is all done. Okay, so that took barely any time at all. That was like 1.5 songs. It was really quick. I am all caught up. My journal is all updated, which feels amazing. There's one little thing I want to show you guys. So I forgot that I actually did have an incident where I didn't have the correct envelope on me and I spent on credit. So I want to show you guys what I do throughout the month when that happens. So I have a budget for gifts. So this is like if my friend's having a birthday, baby shower, because that is now something that happens in my life. But let's say a birthday gift. I have a budget of $40 a month for any kind of gift that I need to buy a friend or a family member. This doesn't apply to holiday gifts because we're in December now, but let's just pretend. So I spent $40 at this little trinket store getting some gifts for my friend Lindy. Didn't have my envelope on me, so I spent it on credit. That's where this envelope comes in for whenever I buy something on credit. I take the cash out of the envelope that it's allocated to, and I put it in here. Then at the end of the month, I take this, I bring it to the bank, and I put it straight on my credit card so that it pays off whatever I spent. So I don't keep the money in here because then I see it and I'm tempted to spend it. Rather, I take it out and I put it into the spent on credit envelope. Inside of this envelope, I keep a sticky note with anything that I did spend. I already bought some stuff for my nails. This came out of my Treat Yourself budget on Amazon for $70. So now I'm gonna add in Lindy's gift for $40. And I just keep this in here so that I know what all of the money it was from. Now, speaking of gifts, we are December, we're mid-December, we're approaching the holidays. So I wanted to talk really quickly about my gift buying budget. Someone asked me on Instagram, what is my budget for holiday gifts? And you guys, I don't have one. I don't have a gift budget, and I know I should, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I just got a budget for my personal self. So I wasn't really in a position to think ahead and budget for gifts. I kind of just figured this year I'm just gonna do like I normally do, which is kind of close my eyes and spend. And next year I'll be more prepared and I will actually save up and prepare a gift budget for Christmas. But this year it didn't happen, and that is okay. I will say that I have reduced the amount of people that I shop for. I used to shop for everyone in my family, my extended family, and I have a pretty big family. If you guys, saw that video and know about kind of my family life, there's a lot of people. So I've stopped shopping for as many people. I mainly shop for my boyfriend, my best friends, and my little sister. Those are like my core people that I shop for. And I'm really fortunate this year that some of my gift buying was gifted to me by a brand for a YouTube video, which is so amazing. It's a wonderful perk of this job. So some of my gifts were gifted to me. And then I've already spent on JS's gift. I spent quite a bit of money there. I bought some top-ups for my friends as well. So we will see at the end of the month how much I end up spending. I'm trying not to worry too much about it because that's also not the point, but just being conscientious without an actual fixed budget is kind of the way I'm going this year. All right, so let's put everything back into their envelopes. There are certain envelopes that I know I don't carry with me as much. Those go into the black, and the ones that I use more frequently come with me in the white. So business expense comes with me, groceries comes with me, dining out comes with me, spent on credit stays home, transportation, I don't think I'm gonna need it this weekend, that can stay home, treat yourself, that can stay home, coffee comes with me, home stays home, and personal care stays home. This is my favorite part, clipping everything back in. I just find it so satisfying. All right, that is a wrap on my mid-month check-in. It was so quick and easy. It maybe took 5 minutes longer than the length of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this something you would like to see on a recurring basis? Was it helpful or motivating or entertaining? I wanna know. Hope you guys are having a great day as you are watching this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.